Good morning, students. Today I am here to explain you two types of verbs, finite verbs and non-finite verbs. What is meant by finite verbs? The verbs that can change as per the subject, means singular or plural, and the tense, that is called finite verbs. I repeat, a verb that change as per subject singular or plural, and as per the tense, that verb it is known as finite verb. If you feel this explanation is somehow difficult, then I make it simpler. Finite verb means a verb that shows the tense of the sentence. This is very easy. A verb that shows the tense of the sentence, it is called a finite verb. See the examples. She goes to school daily. If we read this sentence, here the verb is goes. And by reading the verbs, we can come to know that it indicates simple present tense. As it shows the tense of the sentence, it means this goes, it is a finite verb. Next, second sentence, she is going to school now. Here the verb is going. It shows present continuous tense. So it is also a finite verb. Third example, they go to school daily. Here go, it is a verb and it shows simple present tense. So go, it is also a finite verb here. Fourth sentence, we went to school in March. This went, it is also a finite verb as it shows simple past tense. Just pay attention here. We have understood that a verb that can change as per the subject, means singular or plural, and the tense, that is called a finite verb. Now see whether it is applicable to these examples or not. First sentence, she goes to school daily. It shows simple present tense. Third sentence, you see, they go to school daily. It also in simple present tense. Now see the verb of the verb. Here simple present tense, but here goes is used. Why? Because see, it is third person singular. And with third person singular, in simple present tense, we add s or es to the verb. So here goes is there. And in the third sentence, they go to school daily. Here go is there. It also shows simple present tense. So here we can see the goes, here see go. It means the form of go is changed as per the tense. Even here, due to the subject, here the subject is see, here the subject is they. And due to that, in spite of having in the same tense, the form of the verb is changed. Here goes, here go. That is why the verb go, it is a finite verb. Another example, that she is going to school now. Here the verb is going. Is, it is also verb. But here this going, it shows the present continuous tense. So it is also a finite verb. The last sentence, she went to school in March. That went, it is the past form of the verb go. It means as per the tense, the form of the verb go, it has changed from go to went. That is why this verb, it is a finite verb. Remember students, a verb that shows the tense of the sentence, it is a finite verb. I repeat, a verb that shows the tense of the sentence, that is a finite verb. Any tense out of 12 tenses, 3 simple present tense, simple past, simple future, present continuous, past continuous, future continuous, present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, and future perfect continuous tense. When verb shows any tense, that verb, it is a finite verb. Now its opposite, that is non-finite verbs. As finite verb, its opposite non-finite verb. So what is meant by non-finite verb? A verb that cannot change as per the subject and as per the tense, that is a non-finite verb. In simple words, a verb that does not show the tense of the sentence, that is non-finite verb. Here we have to pay more attention. A verb that does not show the tense of the sentence, that is non-finite verb. Now see, I have written some of the examples. In that we can identify the non-finite verbs as well as finite verb. See the first sentence, she wants to sleep for 8 hours. Here two verbs are there, wants and sleep. Wants and to sleep. Here wants, it shows simple present tense. It means wants, it is a finite verb, because we already have studied here that in finite verb it shows the tense of the sentence, and the to sleep, it doesn't show the tense of the sentence. Here you can see that to see, it is not affected by the tense as well as by the subject. That is why to sleep, it is a non-finite verb. See the second sentence, she loves sleeping for 8 hours. See, in the first sentence, wants was the finite verb. In the second sentence, loves, it shows simple present tense. So it is a finite verb. And sleeping, the verb with ing, it does not show the tense of the sentence. So it is a non-finite verb. Now see, in the first sentence, to sleep, verb with to form, that is non-finite verb. In the second sentence, verb with ing, it is a non-finite verb. It does not show the tense of the sentence. Third sentence, the sleeping girl over there is my daughter. Now here, sleeping, once again sleeping, that sleeping, it does not show the tense of the sentence, but the tense of the sentence is shown by the verb is, that is simple present tense. So is, it is our finite verb, and sleeping, it does not show the tense of the sentence. That is why sleeping, it is a non-finite verb. Next example, the food eaten by the children was delicious. In this sentence, was, it shows simple past tense. So was, it is finite verb, and when we look at the sentence, the food eaten by the children was delicious. Eaten, it is also a verb, but it does not show the tense of the sentence, so it is a non-finite verb. Further say, seen from this perspective, the problem presents no easy solution. In this sentence, there are two verbs, seen and presents, but only one verb shows the tense of the sentence, and that is presents. So presents, it shows the tense of the sentence. That is why it is a finite verb, and seen, it does not show the tense of the sentence. So it is a non-finite verb. So in simple words, I would like to say the verb that does not show the tense of the sentence, that is non-finite verb. Now here, see, non-finite verbs. Here verb with to form is there. Here verb with ing. Here verb with ing. Here V3 means past participle. Here also V3 past participle. So remember, there are three types of non-finite verbs. There are three types of non-finite verbs, and these three non-finite verbs, they are gerund, second infinitive, and third participle. Gerund, infinitive and participle, these three are non-finite verbs. Gerund, it is verb with ing. Verb with ing, that is gerund, but when, because in participle also, verb with ing and other, that is a V3, that is past participle form of the verb. So in gerund also verb with ing and participle also verb with ing. Both are non-finite verbs. How can we differentiate that it is a gerund and it is a participle? So see these examples. In the second sentence, she loves sleeping for 8 hours. Here see, she loves sleeping for 8 hours. Here sleeping, it is a non-finite verb, and here it is gerund. Sleeping, it is gerund here. How we can say? Here gerund, sleeping, it does the function of an object. Gerund, it does the function of an object. Remember, when gerund does the function of object, it means a noun, then it is a non-finite verb. Verb with ing. Gerund, it does the function of noun in a sentence, then it is a gerund or non-finite verb. She loves sleeping for 8 hours. She loves what? Sleeping. So sleeping, it is object, and sleeping, it is also a noun. So it is a non-finite verb. So noun, we know it does the function of both subject as well as object. She loves sleeping for 8 hours, that is sleeping, it is object here. And another sentence with sleeping but as a subject, that is sleeping is a good habit. Sleeping is a good habit. In that sentence, sleeping, it is a subject. So when verb with ing does the function of a noun, means subject or object in the sentence, then it is a gerund, and a gerund, it is one of the non-finite verbs. This is about non-finite verbs and the first gerund. We move to infinitive. Very easy to identify infinitive, that verb with two form. Whenever we use the verb with two form, that verb with two form, that is infinitive. Verb with two form, that is infinitive. For example, she wants to sleep for 8 hours. Here, to sleep, it is non-finite verb. It does not show the tense of the sentence, and it is with two form. So it is an infinitive and it is a non-finite verb. So very easy to identify infinitive, that is verb with two form. Now the last one, that is participle. Participle, it does the function of both adjective as well as adverb. How? Participle means verb with ing as well as a V3 past participle, they function as an adjective or adverb. See this example, the food eaten by the children was delicious. In this sentence we have already marked that eaten, it is a non-finite verb, but this eaten here, it is an adjective. How it is an adjective? We know the definition of adjective. A word that modifies a noun or pronoun, it is an adjective. Here eaten, when we read this sentence, the food eaten by the children. Here in this sentence, eaten, verb with this past participle form of the verb, V3, that modifies the food. Which food? The food eaten by the children. So eaten, it modifies the food. That is why eaten, it does the function of adjective here. So eaten, it is participle, and eaten, it is a non-finite verb. Now this participle, it also does the function of adverb. See the last example. Seen from his perspective, the problem presents no easy solution. In that sentence, presents, it shows the tense of the sentence. That is why presents, it is a finite verb. And seen, it does not show the tense of the sentence, means non-finite verb. And here, this seen, it does the function of adverb. So it is a participle and it is a non-finite verb. Here we have to pay more attention that gerund, it does the function of noun as well as adjective. The sleeping girl over there is my daughter. Here sleeping, it does the function of adjective. So this is about non-finite verbs. Finite verbs, let's start a quick recap. Finite verb, a verb that shows the tense of the sentence. However, the long sentence, but if it shows a verb that shows the tense of the sentence, that verb, it is a finite verb. And a verb that does not show the tense of the sentence, that is non-finite verb. So this, remember, finite verbs and non-finite verbs. And in non-finite verbs, there are three types: gerund, infinitive and participle. Gerund, infinitive and participle. Gerund, it does the function of noun. Infinitive, easy to identify, verb with two form. Participle, it does the function of adjective as well as adverb. So this is about finite verbs and non-finite verbs. For your practice, you will be given some of the sentences in which you have to underline the finite verb and circle non-finite verb. Let's see some of the sentences. In these sentences, we have to underline the finite verb and circle the non-finite verb. First sentence, she met me on the ground. In this sentence, only one verb is there, and that is met. And it shows the tense of the sentence, so it is a finite verb. So I have underlined. Second sentence, playing is a good habit or playing is a good exercise. In this sentence, playing, it is a verb, it is also a verb. Now we have to decide whether which verb is finite, which is non-finite verb. So here we can see playing, it does not show the tense of the sentence. The tense of the sentence is shown by is. So is, it is our finite verb. And playing, it does not show the tense of the sentence, so it is our non-finite verb. Move to the third sentence. I have seen a decorated house. In this sentence, there are two verbs, seen as well as decorated. And both are past participle. Both are V3, seen and decorated. Now, which verb shows the tense of the sentence? Yes, seen, it shows the tense of the sentence. So, seen, it is our finite verb. And decorated, it is V3, it is participle but does not show the tense of the sentence. Here it does the function of an adjective, house. But how was the house? Decorated. So decorated, it does the function of adjective, does not show the tense of the sentence. So decorated, it is a non-finite verb. And the last sentence, she plays cricket to be healthy. Here two verbs, plays and to be. Plays, it shows the tense of the sentence. So plays, it is a finite verb, and to be as the verb with two form, so it is infinitive and it is non-finite verb. So this is all about finite verb and non-finite verb. Once again, I repeat, a verb that shows the tense of the sentence, that is finite verb, and a verb that does not show the tense of the sentence, that is non-finite verb. That's it.